At first, the hospital room looks empty until you see how much it still holds. A patient leaves, and suddenly the room starts asking things from you. The bed is quiet, but nothing here is finished yet. Room turnover sounds simple until the next patient begins waiting inside it. Infection control sounds clinical until it lands in your hands as a sequence. You enter with a cart, a protocol, and no spare time to waste. The room wants thoroughness, but the hallway outside wants readiness. You are not cleaning a room, only the delay between one patient and the next. Nobody sees the pressure in a room once the door closes behind you. They only notice when the room is not ready yet. So your hands start moving before your thoughts finish naming each surface. Every clean room asks for safety, then hides the labor inside it. You learn quickly that order matters almost as much as speed. And speed matters more than anyone waiting outside this room will say. Before the next admit arrives, your knees already know what the shift wants. No one explains the rules because the rules are already on the surfaces. If one room stays dirty, another hallway starts feeling it too. A full floor teaches you that readiness is really chain reaction pressure. You are not turning over one room, only the idea that no room should wait. Carprincing. The hospital looks calm because your urgency stays folded under procedure.
Yeah.
With a steady control. Room turnover becomes bed rails, overbed tables, bathroom rails, and repeated reaches. Infection control becomes the distance between one missed touchpoint and someone else's risk. You start hearing urgency inside words that sound completely routine. Can you get this one next means faster than your shoulders want to go. Can we clear this room means the hallway has already moved on without you. The protocol stays clean on paper, while the room stays physical around it. It never mentions sore wrists, only sequence, surfaces, contact, and completion. You notice how pressure travels through a hospital without getting loud. A look from the charge side can move your body faster than speech. And your body learns to answer before your mind finishes translating it. The cart is not the only thing you are pushing tonight. You are pushing the gap between discharge and room-ready safety. You are pushing the promise that the next person can enter something safer. And you are pushing your own body harder than the room will remember. Even the wipe pattern has timing, and breaking it feels like failure too. You wipe while bending, while reaching, while carrying the next task in your head. The worst part is how ordinary the pressure starts sounding. A calm tone can still hurry you harder than a shout. By now, your hands know the route before your back agrees. The floor keeps moving, and you keep disappearing inside the turnover. Your wrist starts tightening around the spray bottle before the room is halfway done. A glove held too long begins to feel heavier than the bottle itself. You clean one surface while already remembering the next 5 high touch points. Every reach across the bed asks your shoulder another private question. A wet patch on the floor changes the meaning of hurry. You keep moving anyway, because the hallway is watching the room status, not your knees. Nobody outside knows how many times your grip already corrected the cart. They only see the room open again, not the strain beneath it. The bathroom always feels smaller when you are carrying the most supplies. And that is when your movements have to look most controlled. A request from the hall arrives politely, and your body still flinches. Because polite reminders can still cost minutes you do not have. You say almost done while recalculating the room in your head again. That is the trick here. Calm in your voice, triage underneath. Your forearm burns first, then your shoulder, then your lower back. Pain arrives quietly, then stays longer than any room ever does. The cart catches once, and your stomach drops farther than the wheel does. You recover fast enough that nobody notices her, which almost makes it worse. When the floor gets slammed, kindness thins out before the hallway admits it. You realize the job is not hard because the room is dirty. It is hard because every dirty room is already carrying someone else's urgency. Even your careful sequence can be called slow when another room starts waiting. So you teach your body to negotiate with protocol and strain. Wrist first, then shoulder, then knee, then whatever pride remains. The humiliation is not missing one spot, though that fear stays close. It is being rushed by people who only see the closed door. You drag waste bags through fluorescent light and feel smaller beside every clean corridor. The hospital keeps moving, while your body keeps quietly bargaining. You feel closest to breaking when the room almost looks done. Because that is when the next call is most likely to find you. Then another EVS worker nudges the cart straight without saying anything. It is such a small help that it almost hurts more. For one room, the sequence feels less like punishment and more like work. You and another worker clear a room without losing the order. Somebody says nice save, and your chest believes it too quickly. That tiny mercy carries you farther than the break room ever does. For a minute, you imagine finishing the floor without feeling ashamed. The wipes start landing cleaner, smoother, and closer to the sequence. Even your breathing begins to feel like it belongs to you again. Then another discharge turns one calm corridor back into scramble. One room opening becomes 3 more tasks you do not have arms for. The floor shifts, and every closed door seems urgent at the same time. Your pace stays even, but your back starts arguing again. That earlier kindness still matters, but it cannot slow the wave. You pivot a full cart and feel the handle slipping in your glove. A nurse thanks you warmly while you are already behind again. No one designed this moment for comfort, only for readiness. That is when the trap becomes painfully clear to you. You are most visible when you look the least human inside. And your best room can vanish the second another door opens. By now, your face has gone blank just to keep the shift moving. You stop thinking about perfect rooms and start thinking smaller. One safe turn around the bed without banging the cart. One bathroom finished before the next room starts calling for you. One clean room that still feels thorough instead of rushed. The loophole is small, and you learn it by surviving enough shifts. You stop chasing spotless and start protecting sequence, surfaces, and breath. You stage your cart before the next room ever reaches you. You save your back on corners because pride cannot push the cart. And still the floor can bury good rhythm under one late discharge. So the real skill is not speed alone, but controlled recovery. It is knowing which surface moves now and which task can wait. It is hiding your panic so the hallway does not inherit it. It is taking one breath before the next room-ready pass.
The hospital moves on long before the shift ends inside you.
Long after the transport wheels are gone, you are still clearing proof. Beds reset, liners change, and the room starts losing its last traces. This is when your face goes quiet and finally belongs to you. But the soreness stays, because the body keeps cleaner records. Another patient will arrive and ask for the same safety again. Your labor disappears so the room can look ready without effort. And that disappearance is what follows you home afterward. No one asks if your hand still aches turning the doorknob. No one photographs the bleach smell after it leaves your clothes. But your wrist remembers, and your back remembers, and your knees remember. By morning, the corridor is gone, and the ache stays honest. You learn the hospital was never built to hold your strain. It was built to hide it behind one more ready room. If this story stayed with you, let it stay a moment longer. Subscribe for more lives hidden behind the work people depend on.